Hello and welcome to Homer for Monday, July 28th, 2025. Today we will be reading from lines 568 down to 558 down to 574 in Book 11 of the Iliad. We have a beautiful continuation of the simile from last time, and we have more philosophy in a few choice words. I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's read it. And as when a donkey that passeth by a cornfield getteth the better of boys, a lazy ass about whose ribs many a cudgel is broken, and he goeth in and wasteth the deep grain, and the boys beat him with cudgels, though their might is but puny, and hardly do they drive him forth when he hath his fill of fodder. Even so then did the Trojans, high of heart, and their allies, gathered from many lands, smite great Ajax, son of Telamon, with spears full upon his shield, and ever press upon him. And Ajax would now be mindful of his furious valor, and wheeling upon them would hold back the battalions of the horse-taming Trojans, and now again he would turn him to flee. But he barred them all from making way to the swift ships, and himself stood between Trojans and Achaeans, battling furiously. And the spears hurled by bold hands were some of them lodged in his great shield as they sped onward, and many, ere ever they reached his white body, stood fixed midway in the earth, fain to glut themselves with flesh. Amazing. Let's sing it. Tonos pararuran ion pies topaidas. No thesue de pola peri ropalam fiseage. Cere te selton batule ion hoire te paides. Tup toisin ropaloisin biet nene pia auton. Suoret excellas on peto caressato forbes. Vos tote pataiant megant lomonion huion. Tora supertuo moi poluegeres epicuroi. Nus ontes xuxtoissimes sons acosai en hebonto. Aias dalote memres sasceto tuoriras alces. Alti suppostreftes caeretus sasce phalangas. Troan hippodamon te tetropasce te feogen. Pantas de proergeto asapineos edeuen. Altes troan kaiakaion juonem saugu. Istamenos tate durata se jauan pokeron. Alamenen sakei megaloi pagenormen aprosso. Pola te kai messe guparos coralao con a paurein. En gaie histanto lilaio mena crossa sai. Wonderful. I love playing the lyre so much. It's so cute. It's such a great instrument. Many ways to play it too. So, I mean, I guess every Achaean was every Greek was taught to learn the lyre. So we're definitely a little behind here because we're starting in the PhD. But it's what it is. Yeah, so there's very interesting, troubling word here. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Where's my document here? Let's see what the professionals have to say about this one. Line 500, and you can't see this document, but I can see this document. Line 564. Yeah. The reading, poluegeres, is due to Aristarchus. Polugeres, a hapax legomenon, is apposite here, though that does not guarantee that it is right. The formular verse with telekletoi is in the vocative case. Okay, so yeah, it's very similar to book 6, line 111. Yeah, where I guess they use telekletoi, which is brought together from far away. What is it? Yeah, telekletoi. Yeah, numerously assembled is what this word means. From agero, I guess. Technically, we have the little obelisk there. We're unsure what's going on. I'm sure what's going on. I think it's fine. And I think that there's more Homeric philosophy here, because you have, so the Greeks, we have a distribution of ethnicity here, actually. Hate to say it, guys, we have some ethnicity going on here, which is that the Trojans, this is not a color thing, don't worry. I mean, yeah, Ajax is white, white body. It's not like flaxen hair, right, or curly hair. It's like legomenon. I mean, this obviously means fishy. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it means is white. But the real ethical detail that I think is here. So we have darts again. We have darts coming everywhere, right? And they're going to the middle of his shield, blah blah blah, like the hide of a donkey. This is actually a very cute image where it's like, kids like beating up a donkey. But this idea that like the Trojans are many gathered, right? So they're coming from Asia, right? They're motivated. They're like many gathered, right? I don't know. It's Homer speaks of this a lot. He mentions the collectivity of the Persian army, and how its collectivity is different from the Greeks, where the Persians, like the Trojans, are paid to be there. These these Eastern people, right? They're paid to be there. They speak many different languages. You know what I mean? And yeah, they just have different ways of doing things, as opposed to the Greeks, which are unified in their sense, right? And yeah, I think that's I think it's very notable. And as far as how it works with the simile, I think it's quite vital in its construction. And it's another reason why I think that book 11 is such a great book, because it has like many different images of animals, and these quotations from real life, and it shows you the observation and the preciousness of observation, of witnessing children beating off a donkey in a field, and the donkey still eats as much as it wants, as a kind of like, oh, like Ajax didn't retreat, he got everything he wanted, he got forced out anyway by the fear of Zeus. But like, why did he get forced out, right? It's not because the great many assembled little darts, as in the simile, in the mythical simile, right, that is given, it's not that, it's just because he didn't want to be there, you know what I mean? But and most importantly, he got the job done, which is he made sure that the ships were not compromised. He executed good old Ajax. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.